Hey guys, Kelsey here from roughandtumblefarmhouse.com, and today I'm gonna go check on my bees because I have a little bit of time. It is a pretty warm day. You're really not supposed to bust into your beehives after winter until you've got some like consistently above 50-degree days. Yesterday was in the high 50s, today's in the high 50s, so I'm gonna bust in there and see what we can see. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, pretty sure they're all dead. So I'm just gonna grab a hive tool here. If I thought they were alive, I would probably suit up a little bit more, and if I crack in there and some bees come at me, then we'll go, yay, they're living, that's wonderful. But again, since I'm pretty confident that none of them made it, I'm just going in there just like I am right now. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just kind of watch the hive and see if any bees are coming in and out. It's a warm enough day that there should be bees like doing their thing. Some reasons why you can lose bees over winter. There can be some pest issues, things like mites and things in there. There can be other sicknesses that they have in the colony. There can be funguses, wax moths. There's all kinds of stuff that can be an issue. And so you try and get your hive to be in as best shape as possible going into winter. And at least here in Minnesota, once it gets cold enough, you wrap them up, you put kind of a coat on them so they can hunker down, and then you just kind of hope for the best. Now, if they did all die, I honestly was like probably, I'd say 80 to 85% expecting that they would just all be dead my first year, because even for seasoned beekeepers who really know what they are doing, the chances of bees surviving the winter, looking at like a 50 to 60% chance of overwintering bees this day and age. There's other issues from like pesticides and things, and some of it we just straight up don't know what it is that is killing the bees, which sucks. But a lot of it probably has something to do with like pesticides, herbicides, all that kind of stuff that's being sprayed willy-nilly. The bees are very close. It's probably maybe 100 feet at most from just a conventional field. So that also definitely does not help their chances because there's lots of spraying and stuff going on there. I had one colony that was looking pretty good, and I left them with 3 deeps of feed for the winter. So, they would hopefully survive. It was also a very, very, very mild winter here in Minnesota. The other colony lost its queen partway through. And so that one I really wasn't expecting to make it at all, but I did kind of have some hopes for the other one. However, like I said, I think they're dead, but we're going to go ahead here and take a peek. So as you can see here, these are the sort of like cozies you can put around your hive. My other hive did not have enough honey in it for me to even leave another deep on there because that hive was really struggling. You can see under my pallet I've got old chicken feed bags stuffed because it's not good to have kind of open air underneath the hive. This is better in terms of keeping the air from kind of flowing underneath there and making it cold. Okay, so I'm gonna get into this first colony here and see what I can see or even hear. Again, I'm not seeing any action. It looks like there's some honey like on the base around it here, which is a little bit suspicious. Again, I am a novice beekeeper, so I am not the person. If you are wanting like real good beekeeping information, do not come here. This is more of like if you're just curious to see how a new beekeeper gets going. Yeah, they're all very much dead. Very much dead. There's a whole pile of dead bees here down at the bottom. I'll show you. Very depressing. Poor things. Here, come look. See? Very much a big pile of dead bees. Ugh, that's so sad. So in this situation, this is what's called a dead out. So I'll need to clean it out, clean this whole thing out. I'll need to kind of figure out, see if I see anything in there that is kind of symptomatic, like lets me know what maybe happened. I'm just kind of prying in here so I can get a better look. I can show you as well. And it looks like, trying to figure out if I can tell how long they actually survived here based on how much honey they ate. They didn't even get into this. This is all 100% still honey, very heavy. So I'm just looking to see if they ate a lot of their honey or not so much, to kind of get an idea of maybe how long they did survive the winter. So it wasn't a lack of food that killed them, it was something else that resulted in their demise, unfortunately. So here you can see this is their base, the bottom. They keep all the brood for the most part in the middle. and then start storing their honey on the outside. And so from what I am seeing here, this is all kind of, so they have something called propolis, which they use and kind of basically like super glue to kind of keep everything wedged together. That's why beekeepers use these hive tools to kind of wiggle in there and take a look. Try and pry it up here. Well, it doesn't really look like it. So you can see this is all capped honey, and really they didn't even get into this stuff out here. And then on the outside they tend to keep pollen, but so just nothing but a pile of dead bees in the bottom. If you'll be able to see that really. So we'll check the other colony and see, but again, I suspect it's going to be a very similar story once I bust in over there. Well, these ones are all dead too. What a depressing video. It does look like this colony went a little bit longer before they didn't survive, because I can see that they ate a fair amount of this honey down here. And it looks like they even moved. You can see them here. So you can see they even were kind of working their way up. Bees will be in a big ball and then work their way around to eat. So you can kind of see this is where they were snacking in the center of the colony. So I don't know what it is that killed these bees, unfortunately. In neither case, like I said, it wasn't for lack of food. There's plenty of honey here that they could have continued to eat on through the winter. So I'm going to do a little bit of looking in my bee manuals and then checking with the people in my beekeeping class that I'm still a part of, and figure out, kind of do a post-mortem on the colony and figure out what maybe killed them. And also try and make sure that, so that there's a ton of frames of honey in here, that when I get bees here in about 2 months, I'll be getting bees again. When I get new bees, they're going to have a really great big leg up in terms of what honey they have to work with at the start of the season. So I hope you can hear me with the wind. But I really want to make sure that I am not giving them some sort of disease when I give them these boxes. So it's a bummer they didn't make it, but like I said, it's your chances are less than a coin flip that your bees are going to survive the winter. At least here in Minnesota, that's what it's at. So as a brand new beekeeper, it really is honestly kind of what I was expecting. So sad as it makes me, it's kind of what I was expecting. So I will let you guys know when I get my new bees in a couple of weeks here. We can kind of follow along with that. I'll tell you what I have figured out, if I figure out anything in terms of what maybe causes to happen with my colonies to lose them. So sorry it's not a more cheerful video, but so it goes in the world of a novice beekeeper. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time for more farming, family food, and fortitude here at our Rough and Tumble Farmhouse.